Hello everyone and welcome back. So today we will learn about how to integrate InfluxDB with Grafana. So we will learn how to merge InfluxDB with Grafana effortlessly. We will see its installation, its setup, and how to add it to the Grafana. Well, InfluxDB is a time series database, so it specializes in efficiently storing and retrieving the timestamp data, which makes it ideal for applications like monitoring system metrics, tracking sensor data, or analyzing the IoT devices. So let's move to the practicals. First, let's see the prerequisites. So first, you should have AWS account with Ubuntu instance running. Then you should have basic knowledge of AWS services and Grafana. So the first step is installation of InfluxDB on Ubuntu. So before starting the installation, first you need to update the packages. So for that, command is sudo apt update. This will update our packages. Now after updating it, let's import the repository jpg key. So let's copy this command and paste it. This will add the gpg key. Then add the InfluxDB apt repository. So let's copy this command and paste it. Now our InfluxDB apt repository is added. So now again update the packages. After packages are updated, install the InfluxDB. The command is sudo apt install InfluxDB2. Yes. Now our InfluxDB is installed. So let's start the InfluxDB services. For that, command is sudo systemctl start InfluxDB. This will start the InfluxDB service. Now after starting it, let's enable the InfluxDB. Command is sudo systemctl enable InfluxDB. Now after enabling it, let's check for the status to see if it's running properly or not. So run the command sudo systemctl status InfluxDB, and as you can see, our InfluxDB service is active and running. So now let's see the second step, which is installation of Grafana on Ubuntu. So first, import the GPG key using the Grafana package. So let's copy the command. Let me just open the another tab. Here is the now paste our command. Now our GPG key is added for the Grafana package. Now let's add the Grafana repository. to APT resources. Hit enter. Now update the package list before installing the Grafana. After the updating the package list, you can install the Grafana. Now our installation is complete. So let's start the Grafana server. After this, enable the Grafana service. After enabling it, you can open the Grafana web page. For that, copy the public IPv4 address and paste it in your search box. Then colon 3000. 3000 is a default port number for your Grafana. As you can see, the Grafana is open. Now for the username and password of the Grafana, admin is the default username and password. So let's log in. It will ask you to update your password. You can just update it or skip it. So this is the home page of the Grafana. Now the next step is setting up the InfluxDB. So for that, we will first create a super admin credentials, then an organization, a bucket, and an access token. So let's copy this command, paste it. Here in this command, the -u flag is used for the username for the admin user. Here we are given the username as admin. Then -p is for password. Our password is admin and 24. Then -o is for the name of the organization, which is First Techniques. You can use your organization name. Then -b is for your bucket name. Here I have given the bucket name is my bucket. Then -t is for the access token you want to create, which is my token. Then -r is for retention policy, duration in hours, which is set to 0. Here 0 means the infinite retention. And -flag, finally, this flag is to override the any existing configurations. It will overwrite it forcefully. So let's see. As you can see in output, the user as an admin created with the organization name First Techniques. and in bucket, my bucket. After this, you can open the InfluxDB. Just copy the public IP address and paste it in the search box, colon 8086, which is a default port number for InfluxDB, and hit enter. Give the username and password which you have set in the previous step. Our username is admin. Now let's sign in. Now this is the home page of the InfluxDB, as you can see. So now let's move to the next step. So next step is add the InfluxDB as a data source in Grafana. So again, let's go back to the Grafana page. Now in the top left corner, go to the connections and click on the data sources. Select the add data source option. Select InfluxDB as a data source. The data source is added successfully. Now in the query language, select the Flux as your query language instead of InfluxQL. The URL, give the URL of your InfluxDB. Just copy, paste it in the URL section. Let's scroll down and in the InfluxDB details, give the organization name which we have set in the previous steps. Sorry, slight spelling mistake. Give your local name. Hit me. And after that, click on the save and test button. Now after you click on save and test, your Docker will be hidden and it will show as configured. As you can see, the data source is working and 3 buckets are found. And our Docker is also gets hidden. So after successfully adding the data source in Grafana, let's enter the Flux query. So go to the Explore. Now in the Explorer, enter the query buckets. This query will retrieve the information about the buckets stored in your instance, and after executing the query, you will see the table displaying the list of buckets. So let's run the query. As you can see, it's showing us all the 3 buckets. Among the displayed buckets, you can see the 2 internal buckets which are monitoring and tasks. These buckets are used internally by InfluxDB for monitoring and task management purposes. Then the third bucket listed is called my bucket, which we have created earlier using the InfluxDB setup command. And this bucket was specifically set up for storing your data, and it's where you'll store your own time series data for analysis and visualization. So today we have learned how to integrate InfluxDB with Grafana. We have seen how to install it, then how to add it to the Grafana as a data source. And with these steps, you can create a dynamic dashboard to visualize data. You can even try different visualization types and explore advanced features. And with right configuration and customization, InfluxDB and Grafana can become really handy in data analytics for you. So that's all for today, guys. Thank you.